All right, so let's talk about Game Lua. We've talked about the structure of the project. Let's dig into Game Lua and see how look at all the different modules and how they're brought into the game in order to make things work.
Yeah, so if we look at our initial requirement section here, and this is usually where you're bringing in things like Composer, physics, if you have a game that uses physics. What we're doing here is bringing in all these individual elements inside the game, right? So there's a effects module, which does some of the kind of video game style effects that we have. There's this FPP module. It stands for first person perspective, that allows us to build this kind of infinite hallway that moves forward. Obviously, we have the 3-match game here. And then not so obvious, we have the alien is part of this monster library. Items, which should be, we can pull up later as part of an items class. And then even things like the score, which is part of the score library, and this heart bar, which gives you 4 hearts here and gives you the ability to kind of quickly add a heart, remove a heart, from the user's health bar. So all of these little modules here load in and basically become the construct of the game we're making. If we go down to our create scene events, where the scene's getting created, you can see the kind of stuff that we're doing. We're loading sounds in. We have a little function that loads a new hallway up outside of this FPP module. We have our listener on the 3-match game, which tells us what pieces got matched and how they work. And then we have the majority of building the scene, creating that first new hallway, building the 3-match game, and placing the hallway on top and the 3-match game on bottom, masking out the bottom side of the screen so it's black in case we had a little spillover from the edges from different devices, adding the scoring module in here, adding the hearts module in, and then finally at the end of the scene, just inserting them all in the group in the exact order that we want them, right? So we want the hallway on bottom, the mask on top of it, the board on top of that, the score on top of that, the credits on top of that, and the heart on top of that. And this little credits item is just this little icon here that lets you know what the score is. It's nothing special. And then on the different scene events, show and hide, we're adding an interframe and playing the audio or fading the audio out when you hide the scene. And so that's pretty much it. There's a little bit more glue involved in kind of attaching a match here. Let's match 3 keys that opens up a hallway to the actual player, something happening to the player inside the game. That happens inside that match event. But for the most part, you can just kind of mix and match these modules, put them together, and get to a pretty complete game with very little coding.